Spoiler alert, I'm in love with 2 boys. Well, aren't you lucky? I'd be happy to have one. I'll take half. I'll take half of one. Just give me a crumb. Some. Hello everybody and happy Pride Month. So I'm gonna go over the 1.5 million books I'm in the middle of and all the books I want to finish for Pride Month. I am so excited. I am so excited to get into all the books. Hello. Oh, excuse me. I'm just wondering why you always make TBRs if you don't read them. Oh. Well. You see, the thing about reading is I do what I want. So read what you want. I'm gonna read what I want. I'm gonna say I'm gonna read everything, but probably only read 4 books because that's how it is. Deal. Excuse me. Deal. My heavens. Rude. All jokes aside, I love doing TBR videos because I love options, but I am a mood reader and I also, you know, am an actress and working part-time, so we are doing the best we can do. I will still celebrate if I manage to read 1 out of the many books that are going to be on this list. Let's get into it. I guess the first thing I should do is go over all the books I'm currently in the middle of, which is a lot. There's so much going on in the world. Ew. Gotta read to get that enjoyment. First book I've been in the middle of for a while is The Demon Tide by Lori Forrest. I'm hoping to actually get back into this book. There are some queer characters in this story, so it still goes along with Pride themes, but they are definitely secondary because this is a very plot-driven book that is high fantasy, and this is in the 4th installment, but I do think the queer character is getting his own POV in this book, which he hadn't in previous books. We've just been mainly focused on Ellerin, our main character. So if you don't know, I've been reading the Black Witch Chronicles, which is a high fantasy series. She thick, she a big series, so it's been taking me a while to get through it, but it's still a series that is so near and dear to my heart, and it's definitely a new favorite series of mine. And I don't think I should summarize this plot because I've summarized it a lot for you returning babes. You know the drill. It's a great high fantasy. Dragons, witches, lupines, shapeshifters, dragons. Did I say dragons? Dragons. The other book I've been in the middle of for a very long time is Kindred. Hopefully gonna finish this in the next few days. My library loan is running out, and this is following a story about a woman who is present day, like living in our present current time. She black, she fabulous, but for some reason keeps falling into the past during the good old slavery times. So immensely dangerous. Yeah, so okay, she's from 1976 is her current day situation, and she keeps getting switched into 1815, which is just tragic. The first sentence is, I lost my arm on the last trip home, my left arm. First 2 sentences, I cheated. Sorry. Another book I've been in the middle of is A Match Made in Mehendi. So I've been reading this book. Mostly I was reading it for the Asian Readathon. Didn't get to finish it in time for it, but still gonna finish it. It's such a cute YA romance vibe. A girl who comes from a family of women who traditionally are matchmakers, so they help people couple up and get married, and now that they're in the States, their business have shifted and they're trying to modernize, and our main protagonist, our main lady protagonist, she kind of doesn't want to be a matchmaker. She wants to focus on her art, but she also does want to make a difference, and she's a sophomore in high school. She's like, this is the last chance before I get really serious about college and all this craziness, so I'm gonna do something fun. And she kind of did something crazy, and I'm interested to see because I'm, let's see, 100 pages in, and I feel like there's possibly 3 love interests already in here for her, which is just also exciting. The first sentence is, matching furniture is like matching couples. There must be balance, harmony, and excitement between the sofa and the side table and the lampshade and the rug, just as there is balance, harmony, and excitement between the 2 people who are perfect for each other. Sound ridiculous? Welcome to my life. Sorry, that first chapter is just so fun. I couldn't resist reading it for you guys. The next one I'm in the middle of. This comes out June 7th, so by the time this video is out, it should be out already by, I was about to say Lori Forrest. Christina Forrest, one of my favorite YA contemporary authors, romance, literally the best. Literally every book needs to be adapted to a movie ASAP. Christina Forrest can do no wrong. She's queen of contemporary. I love it. Oh, it's so cute. Her newest release, Zyla and Kai, is following a girl who has a mom who was boy crazy, got divorced, and is still boy crazy into her late adult life. So the daughter has grown up in a world where it's like, I just don't trust men, I don't date them, I'm focused on myself and my career, so she doesn't want to date. And we have our main boy protagonist, Kai, who lost his parents at an early age and started having panic attacks, so he goes to therapy, but he also has been on a chain of just bad romances. He has been dating a bunch of girls and they keep, you know, crashing and burning, and he gets really enveloped in these romances because he wants to find the one. He wants to find his true love like his parents, and he has to kind of take a break because this girl almost got him fired from his job. So he's like, okay, taking a break from dating, and of course then they meet. Also, that is the present tense. Jump to a year in the future, they've dated and dumped each other, and now they're lost in the wilderness together, and we're trying to figure out how did point A get to point B, like what's happening. I'm really loving, I'm 100 pages in, really loving how the plot is set up. It's very unique, and I do love Christina Forrest's writing. She really writes teen books well. Okay, first chapter, sentence 1. Girls, period. They are going to be the death of Kai, period. Love that. I had to read that second sentence so you could have context. Lastly, I know I'm in the middle of so many books. What the heck? The next book I'm reading is Egg Chef's Kiss, which is a continuation of a cute series. I read The Cowboy's Claim, which followed these two people on this specific ranch, this Tilbury horse ranch. So now we are following a second chance romance that also takes place at the same area, and we see the same characters from the previous book, but we're following Philippa, who is a chef, and she previously had a romance with this really cute guy like 7 years ago, but it was at the beginning of their careers, and she lost out on a job because of, she blames the romance, that she was too distracted. So now she's kind of sworn off guys and she's focused on her work. Until he comes back all high and mighty. Now he's like a TV personality chef. Everyone knows him, and she's just like, ugh, now I have to work with you? Ugh. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. I am 50 pages into this, and I am enjoying it. It's gonna be a good ride. First sentence. Philippa Gale buttoned her white kitchen jacket and brushed lint off her black pants. She's ready to work. Okay, now let's get into all the Pride books I especially want to read this month, which, yes, is going to be a very long list of books that I may or may not read, but you know what? I'm going to just do my best. Ooh, this honker first and foremost. Priority of the Orange Tree. Don't ask me why I'm putting this thick book on this list. This might be a mistake, but I feel like it would be a really fun vlog, and if I finally pushed myself to read this. I know there are sapphic characters in here, so is it time to finally do it? There's dragons. You know, having this and the Demon Tide on the same TBR list is probably a must-stock. A must-stock that I will make, I guess. The first sentence is, the stranger came out of the sea like a water ghost, barefoot and wearing scars of his journey. Jesus, it's such a big book. Ew. Next we have Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert. I've been meaning to read this book since forever. I think it was a book that Emma Books recommended like ages ago. I feel like this was published maybe almost like 2015 or 2018. So this has been out for like 4 years and I still haven't read it. Brandy Colbert is a YA author I really like. I think the main girl character is bi. I feel like a brother and a sister fall in love with the same person. Could totally be wrong. I'm looking at the back of the book as if I were going to read it and figure out what the premise is, but I'm not because I'm lazy. What can I say? Sentence number 1. It's bizarre to be nervous about seeing a person who knows me best, but the past year hasn't been kind to Leon and me? Leon. That's such a fancy name. Aha! Okay, I was right. The brother and sister fall in love with the same girl. We love queer rep. We love being confused. Yeah. Next, I have Right Where I Left You by Julian Winters. I haven't read any of his previous books, but I know he's kind of also an epitome of YA contemporary queer romance. Do I know what this is about? No, I used to, but then now the premise has slipped my mind as I have been trying to read all these other books. You know, I'm assuming two people like each other. Let's see. Newly graduated, comic book obsessed Isaac Martin is gearing up for an epic summer. Teen Pride is right around the corner, and if all goes according to plan, he'll meet his comic writing hero at this year's Legends Con. Most importantly, the next few months are about spending every waking moment with his best friend Diego before heading off to college without him in the fall, if he should also find his storybook love. Well, that's just an added bonus. Dun dun dun! So this is gonna be geeky romance for sure, and I'm here for it. I love a good Comic-Con story. I still have never been to one, which is depressing. As someone who loves anime, comics, graphic novels, cartoons, DC, Marvel, everything and all of it, and I haven't gone to one. Depressing, and I just need to. I need to fix that horribly. Okay, so chapter 1. Spoiler alert, I'm in love with 2 boys. Well, aren't you lucky? I'd be happy to have one. I'll take half. I'll take half of one. Just give me a crumb. Some. Okay, and then I finally really want to tackle Freshwater by Quick and Mezzi. I haven't read any of their novels beforehand. I feel like this is a really good one to jump into. I've heard nothing but good things. I'm really excited to read it. I also am really working towards diversifying my definition of pride, if that makes sense. I feel like I read a lot of, you know, bi, lesbian, gay representation. I'm also going to talk about another book that has ace representation. Sorry, saying representation and all those other words, it was too much for my tiny little brain. So looking forward to reading just different perspectives. I need to definitely find more non-binary and trans representation. I'm gonna do it. Gonna try and find it. But I'm also gonna try and read some of the books that I have on my shelves. You know, you follow. Ooh, I'm also looking forward to participating in the queer Juneteenth readathon that Blackathon is holding. Jessie from Bow Ties and Books, they're hosting a whole another readathon, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be like a 48-hour weekend readathon where you try and read queer lit that is Black centric or not American centric too. There's a whole bingo board, and I'm going to try and participate, and I think Freshwater is going to be one of my main books to read for that. And this, again, my little brain can't fathom how to read this. I should have just looked it up. Persephone Station? I feel like that's how you say it, right? Persephone? Little brain energy is doing its best. All I know about this is sci-fi and queer. That's all I need to know. I'm so excited for some space queerness. Yay! First sentence. The clatter. I can read. I can do this. The clatter of heavy powered. I can do this. The clatter of heavy power assisted armor echoed off the rocky hills of the I don't really want to read this first sentence because my little brain's not. It's being taken down by words, which is why I'm glad I have the audiobook for this book specifically. But I will give it my best dyslexic go. The clatter of heavy powered assisted armor echoed off the rocky hills of the corporate mercenaries lined up behind some dude's last representative. I did my best. That's all you're getting from me. I reread that so many times, and I still probably didn't even read it right. Oops. Then we got some ace representation. The Romantic Agenda by Claire Kahn. I really enjoyed Let's Talk About Love, another one of her novels. And this one is following a 30-year-old who is flirty and asexual, and she's in love with someone. She's in love with someone who is about to get married to someone else. So this is her last chance to show him who he's missing out on. And what a stunning book cover. Very excited to read this. First sentence is, dreams are such strange things to have and to hold. Ooh, I am so excited to finally read some of James Baldwin's work. I have Go Tell It on the Mountain. I feel like this is going to be an epic read, and I definitely want to read this during the Juneteenth 24-hour readathon. I think this will be the priority to kind of physically read this. It is a shorter novel. I haven't read anything by James Baldwin ever, so really looking forward to that. Let me read the first sentence for you. I almost forgot. Everyone had always said that John would be a preacher when he grew up, just like his father. Ooh, a preacher? Really? Last book on my shelves that I am aiming to read this month. I'm So Not Over You by Kosoko Jackson, which I've read some of his previous works and I really enjoyed. I'm looking forward to this. I'm pretty sure there's an ex-boyfriend, but he gets an urgent text to meet up. They apologize for the breakup, but then asks to pretend date for a while his family's in town. So we have fake dating in this, which is just so joyful. Will they end up together? Who knows, but I'm very excited to read this. The first sentence. First rule, and only rule, of getting over your ex is to not answer your ex messages. Don't do it, sis, don't do it. Don't answer those messages. Ooh, I think that's everything. I think that's my whole list. I'm so excited to read all these books. Obviously not sure if I'll be able to read them all, like whoever knows, but I am going to continue vlogging and just having fun reading whatever I can. It's going to be a great time. Let me know in the comments below, is there any books in particular you are looking forward to reading for this Pride Month? And leave down below this emoji so I know you are the real MVP and that you stayed to the end of this video. It really means a lot to me for y'all who actually stay through and watch the entire video. It's so exciting. I also love TBRs because it just gets me reinvigorated to read. I'm like, so hyped. Okay, well, that's it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like this video and all that YouTube stuff. You know, give it a thumbs up. You know, all that stuff. And I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye.